I gotta tell you, I gotta bring this to your attention. I was looking through clips and stuff, and hold on, let me bring that article over where I can look at it. Oh, darn. Yeah. And this guy on Channel 8 News out of Las Vegas blew me away. He blew me away. He's talking about long haul truckers are serial rapists, murderers, etc., etc., etc. So now let's pick on the truckers. Oh, I'm a long haul trucker and a serial rapist. If I see anybody parked on the side of the road, I'm going to stop and I'm going to kill them with my needle nose pliers. If I can get them in my truck, they're goners. Come on, dude. Do you realize that when I'm driving from Chicago to Cedar Rapids, which is not really long haul, that's more short haul, I get amazed that people like this idiot here at some news place says, I'm going to create me a story called Truck Driver Serial Killers at Large. Come on, dude. Do you know that when a truck driver is on the road, he's got to go from point A to point B and then to point C, which in my case, A, leave Chicago. B, arrive in Iowa. It takes close to 4 hours to get in Iowa, which means point C is back to Chicago. So that's another 4 hours. 4 and 4 is 8. Come on, Mr. Figliuzzi. That's his name. Frank Figliuzzi from Channel 8 News out of Las Vegas. So now I got 4 hours going out, 4 hours going back. That's 8. I'm only allowed to drive 11 hours. Oh. So now when I get out there in Iowa, I have to load. I have to do whatever I got to do, get the paperwork, scale in and scale out, etc. And then I got to drive back to Chicago. Now, mind you, my total clock is 14 hours. That's all time. So what you got is you have a 70-hour clock, which means if you run over 70 hours, you're done. You have a 14-hour clock on a day. If you run over 14 hours in a day, you're done. Or if you drive 11 hours in a day, you're done. You have to do a 10-hour break. So now, if I'm going to run to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, or wherever I'm going in Iowa and back, it's 8 hours round trip. That means I got about 2.5 hours to 3 hours leeway. Oh, it was so windy the other day. Oh, I got to stop. Oh, it's icy. Oh, DOT. Oh. Where do I have time to say, I'm going to park over here by the truck stop or in a rest area or someplace and wait for a victim? Where do I have time for that? Now, I'm medium haul. I'm not even long haul. I'm more of a go there, come back, done. But now I got time at the rail. I got go get my empty out of the rail. I got to get going. I don't understand where I would have time to look for anybody. I ain't even got time hardly to look at a girl driving past me talking on a freaking phone. But this guy is saying there's over 800 or 400 and something murderous truckers, serial killers, and rapists on the road. How does he know that? Is there a serial rapist trucker channel? Or is there a phone number I could call? Serial truck drivers are us, and I could sign up. So I'm a medium driver. So now he's talking long haul, okay? What is long haul? Chicago to Seattle, Washington. Chicago to Denver is fair. Chicago to Nevada. Do you realize that these drivers have appointments? We don't just say, you know what, dude, when are you going to, hey, driver, when are you going to get in Seattle? Let's see, it's 2,400 miles a month. They'll tell you you're freaking crazy. That ain't going to happen. You don't have a month. You got to be there by Monday morning. Today is Saturday. If I left today, I couldn't. There's no freaking way I can make it there on Monday. But they set tight schedules to where you ain't got much play around. You have to drive, sleep, drive. But you only got a 14-hour day on your main clock, and you got to get a 10-hour sleep in it. And when I used to run Houston, Texas, it was 2 days out, and then a day messing around to find me a load coming back, and then 2 days back. So this guy, he's saying that there's serial truck drivers. Is there out there? Maybe. Is there 450 of them? How the hell do you know those numbers? I really would like to know how you know those numbers. And why are you putting up that kind of crap about a truck driver? You'd be more better off to say there's a guy in a yellow Chevy who's a serial murderer. And there's probably 10,000 of them. Why are you picking on the truckers? We have enough trouble. We get places we can't even go. We can't park and go to Good Foods. We got to go to truck stops to eat, or find a McDonald's or Burger King or the standard stuff that we can only get at truck stops. It's not like, see, I'm going to run over to Cedar Rapids, so let me stop at St. Louis. Oh, I'm not going there, damn. Let me find a place that I can stop and eat in a restaurant. Yeah, it's a truck stop restaurant. There's not too many restaurants that I can stop with my truck, which I did once before. I did that. I stopped at a restaurant. It was in a shell. And when I came out, I figured, you know what? I better kick my tires to make sure I don't have a flat. I go around the back of my truck. Seals broke off the back of my trailer, and the door's halfway open. That sucked. I had to call the cops, fill out a police report, call my company. You know what I mean? So a lot of truckers that have freight, they're particular. We can't just get off and say, I'm in Chicago. Let me go downtown and get me a real good burger. Or no, let me go down there and get me a full meal. I'll get me a big old steak. So this guy in Las Vegas is picking on the truckers. Why? We have enough people like the state troopers picking on us. We don't need, or cars who like to brake check us. They do it just for brake checking. There's no other reason for that. They're pissed off that I'm not driving fast enough because I had to get in the left lane to pass the truck. I'm not driving fast enough to suit him. So then when I do finally get over in the right-hand lane, he comes around me like a shotgun and he pulls in front of me on the brake lights. I got a video camera in my truck. I can show you that. I should have brought it in. But this guy here, he's out of Las Vegas. He's talking out of his ass about serial truck drivers. Serial killers and rapist truck drivers. That's all we got time for. Hey, dude, I can't make it by Monday because I got a couple people I want to try and kill on the way out. Do you think you can make it next Friday? The broker tell you, kiss my ass, you're done. We don't need you. Then I can get in my yellow car and go looking. I was furious when I seen that. Data indicates there could be hundreds of truck driving serial killers at large. Channel 8 News out of Las Vegas. If I could, I'd kick him in his butt just for saying that. So now all the truck drivers are going to have to be worried. Oh, maybe the state troopers are going to stop me and see if I got me some needle nose pliers. Please. I just had to say this. I mean, this is crazy stuff. People need to get off. This guy needs to be fired. Figliuzzi. Figliuzzi. That sounds like a real good name to have. Anyway, I just wanted to bring it up. I know I didn't do this, and I know how I do. But for you several hundred truck drivers that are out there doing that shit, please stop. You're giving us a bad name, dude. Get in your yellow car and go out. You won't even be detected. Nobody will even know you're there. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. And by the way, this is my opinion. This guy should be fired. Peace. And stay safe and watch out for yellow cars.